Good morning, students. This is Mr. Sayre, and it is April Fool's Day, and I wanted to give you a brief review and introduction as to what we're doing today. And I thought I'd start with Mona Lisa's new hairdo. And yesterday we talked about Renaissance art, so I'll review that quickly, and then I'll show you what you're doing today. Today should be a quick, easy example. I did an explanation before, but it was long, and so I'll make this one a short version. So if you don't want to hear as many Sayre stories, then that's cool. Hopefully you're not totally annoyed by your siblings by now because you've been stuck in the house. But hopefully this is entertaining. So now what I want to do is, if you go to my homework page, it says take the student survey. Then there's the instruction, which is a little bit long-winded. And then there's the work that you're going to do today. And so this quick survey is asking you guys how's it going with school and home, etc. We want to hear from you so we become better teachers, and so we can be more aware of what's going on. So as soon as you're done with this, please turn it in so I know that you're done. Yesterday, what we talked about was elements of Renaissance art. There are 5 elements of Renaissance art, if you remember from yesterday. Classical was based on Greek and Roman ideas, whether it's Greek mythology, Roman mythology, or their designs. Humanism, they focused on humans a lot more. Even though they might talk about Jesus, it was more about him being human than him having a halo and being God. Individualism is based on individuals, not based upon like groups of people. Secularism, while they did still focus on God and Christianity, there was a move towards saying, hey, we're on this earth, let's make the most of it, and let's make it an amazing place. So they switched from purely vertical, which is God only focus, to more horizontal, God and man and life on earth. And last but not least, they became very skilled. So they used more perspective and they became good painters. So it looked 3D and it looked realistic. So, for example, realistic is this. They were really not good looking. By the way, they got married and they had kids, so I don't think their kids were very good looking. But then what you did yesterday, after you made a copy of this and took the notes here, you just filled in the exit ticket. And this is in English and Spanish. Thank you, Miss Mueller, for translating the Spanish. Today, what are you going to do? So we see Mona Lisa, yes. We see this dude who's very realistic. Come on, it's loading. Internet's slow these days. Here are the directions. These are actually both Renaissance pictures. You're going to add one slide to the slideshow. I've already made the slides, but what you're going to do is you're going to include the following: your first and last name and your period. You're going to include 2 to 5 pieces of Renaissance art from the internet. You're going to show your understanding of the 5 elements, whether it was one of these 5 or all of these 5. And you could do an arrow and a text box to annotate your work. The goal is to at least show 2 and label 2 pieces of art. You could do up to 5 and then do annotations, which is the best. Don't mess with anybody else's slides. And down at the bottom, there's a link to my last slideshow yesterday. So if you need to remember what's going on, you can. These are both basically pictures from the Renaissance. This is Medusa. So you can see all the snakes coming out. This is too real. And then please let me fix my hair first. Okay, those are just memes. Here's my sample that you can check out. And you can see I put a picture for each. I labeled it. And this one, I put an arrow. So Selena's she was first to get it done. Amazing. Good job, Selena. Okay. Maya also did hers. Evangeline's working on hers. Let me show you how I do this. So I'm going to be myself, and I'm going to say Joe Schmo. Joe Schmo. And I'm going to put 3. You don't have to put your period, but next is I'm going to add a picture. So I come over here and I go search the web. And so I type in Renaissance secularism. And then I might go down here. I don't want to put something on hers. In honor of Women's History Month, which ended yesterday, but still. So I just double click this. I make this smaller. This is Queen Elizabeth. And how do I title her? I come up here and I go to the text box and I'm going to say individualism. Too small, so I do Control A, select all, and I'm going to make it bigger. Oh, too big. I'll make it 24. That's better. I'll slide it down a little bit. And now I'm going to make a little box around that. And there we go. I've done my first one. And now my second one, or then I can do my other ones here. How do I make an arrow? If I come to this shapes, arrows, select this, put this here, let it go, then I can move it around. And I can say individual. I'm going to say one woman. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to say one woman. Now, she was famous. During the Renaissance, they did also not famous people. So I just made it bigger. And I'm going to click here so I can move it up. So it's centered. Ta-da! I can also change my arrow to be red. And that's it. Don't mess with other people's stuff and just get it done. And thank you very much. Hope you have a great day. If you have questions, please send me your questions. Thank you and bye.